Have you ever felt like you are just so stressed and anxious, you feel like you aren't living in the present? You have this unclear mind, and when you are in that state of mind, it's very easy for more things to just pile up on you, and everything just feels like way too much to handle. Today, I'm going to share with you how to clear your mind from stress and anxiety so that you can finally ditch that brain fog and overwhelm. We know that when it comes to stress and anxiety, they tend to come up for us when we're not in the present moment. Typically, we're either worried about the past, all the things that happened, all the things that were said, all the things that were done, and we can find ourselves getting lost in that, and it creates this stress and anxiety because there's nothing we can do about it. We also know that it comes up when we are lost in the future. So worrying about what we need to do or what's going to happen or are we going to make it? Is it going to be enough? And it creates a new level of stress and anxiety, and we end up being pulled in two different directions and never actually being right here in the present moment. It's all about this unconscious thinking where our minds are just going constantly over here, over there, and we're not really able to just be. So now, in the moment, in that very moment that you become aware that you are feeling stress and anxiety, you're having this awareness that, oh my gosh, I have been lost in this unconscious thoughts. My little chatter brain has been running me. It's going to be really important to do something conscious to stop that unconscious rambling of your brain. One tool that I really love for ditching that stress and anxiety is something called HeartMath. And what they teach us is how to get back into heart coherence. The way it works is when you are feeling this experience of stress and anxiety, in that moment, immediately stop what you're doing and start paying attention to your breathing. Instead of just being an unconscious breather, you want to summon your inner dolphin and become a conscious breather. So what that means is for 5 seconds, breathe in one breath. And then exhale for a count of 5. And you do this over and over, in 5, out 5. And as you are inhaling and exhaling, you're actually going to be putting the focus of that breath on your heart. So imagine that you're breathing that breath in your heart for the count of 5 and out through your heart for the count of 5. It's also really helpful if you focus on some kind of an intention, like breathing in that calm and peace, that love and gratitude, and breathing out that stress and anxiety. Breathing in that gratitude, that calm, breathing out all of that chatter. So the idea is that with the breath that you are exhaling, you are letting go of what you don't want. And on that inhale, you are breathing in what you do want. All for those count of 5s out, count of 5 in, and with the intention of really being mindful and focused on that breath coming in your heart space and out through your heart space. The cool thing is that this technique, you can usually find relaxation start to kick in about 1 minute. Sometimes, depending on what's going on in your life, it might take 2 minutes. But there's this incredible peace that starts to come through you when you bring your heart back into coherence. If this is a practice you'd like to learn more about, check out the HeartMath Institute, and they have all the research done on why this is so effective and why it is so calming to bring your heart back into this coherence space. The second tool that I love is when you are feeling those stress and anxieties in that moment, stop what you're doing and try EFT. EFT tapping stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. If you've watched this channel, you've seen me talk about it quite a bit. But there's a couple different ways that you can do it. One is you can use the traditional face points where you're tapping at the top of your head and then on the different points of your face. Usually, though, when we're feeling stress and anxiety, we're not in a private space where we feel comfortable actually tapping on our face. I actually did see a woman driving down the freeway the other day doing her tapping, and it was pretty impressive. I was excited for her. But usually, we want to do this in private. We don't want other people to know that we're handling our stressors and anxieties. So one of the ways that you can use the technique and kind of do it incognito is by using the finger points. The finger points are at the base of the fingernail, right at the cuticle. So you can either use a couple fingers and just tap right there on your cuticle, or you can use finger squeezes where you're just actually squeezing the side. You would squeeze and hold, squeeze and hold, squeeze and hold, and then you would just breathe. Just breathe through whatever the moment is, and bring yourself back to the present. Bring yourself back to this moment right now. What I love about the EFT is as you are tapping or squeezing, it's sending a pulse to the amygdala, that fight or flight part of the brain that's telling your brain to calm down. It's saying, hey, I'm not in danger. I'm just feeling some stress and anxiety right now. Once the amygdala is turned down, then we can get back to being present in the moment. And EFT is a really great tool to be able to use for that. And like I said, if you want to be incognito, you can easily do this behind your back. Or when I'm working with teenagers, I'll actually tell them to do this inside the pocket of their hoodie sweatshirt. You can also do it under the table, which is really great at family gatherings when people start to talk about things that ignite that stress and anxiety. The third tool that I really love is guided meditation. So if you are in a space where you are feeling stress and anxiety come up and you are able to take a break and do a guided meditation, there are many meditations available online on YouTube or on Pinterest where it will actually walk you through how to release the stress and anxiety and bring in more of that calming energy. You can use a meditation that's just music, or one that will actually walk you through how to do it using colors or sounds. Whatever you are feeling attracted to, try it and see if it works for you. The fourth tool that I really love is going for a conscious walk. So taking yourself out in nature and pay attention to every footstep that you take. So again, the stress and anxiety comes from being lost in thought about the past or the future. Conscious walking will bring you right to this present moment. So allow yourself to feel your heel touch the ground and roll up onto the ball of your foot. If you can take your shoes off and feel the earth beneath you, that would be even more beneficial. Feel the dirt, feel the grass, whatever it is. Feel Mother Nature hugging your feet as you are walking. You can also look up into the trees or look at the grasses or the flowers, whatever nature is around you, and consciously pay attention to what you are seeing in your environment. Allow yourself to be fully present in nature. And the other tool that I really love for ditching the stress and anxiety is laughter. For me, it's one of my most favorite ways to really reconnect with that inner child, that playful part of me. So what I'll do is during times when I'm not feeling stress and anxiety, when I'm just kicking back and relaxing, I'll look at something like TikTok or Instagram Reels or even Pinterest. And I will keep an eye out for those things that make me laugh, and I'll save them in my phone to a folder. So it'll be my laughter folder, which in that moment of stress and anxiety, I can go back to later, watch these funny cat videos or people falling in water or the construction mishaps where the guy falls off the roof and hopefully doesn't get hurt. Whatever it is, even though I've already seen it, it brings me back to that place of laughter, brings me back to this present moment, floods my body with this good feeling of all those endorphins of being able to laugh. So use your time on TikTok and Instagram to create a folder for yourself that you'll be able to use in the future during those moments of stress and anxiety. Try out one of these tips, see which one works for you, which one brings you back into that place of the presence of yourself. Be present here and now, and let me know how it's going for you. And if you have a tool that you've used that I didn't mention on this video, let me know what it is. I'm always looking for more. Remember, stress and anxiety will flare up when we're not present in the moment. So be willing to give yourself that gift of presence and bring yourself back to this moment right now. This moment right here, right now is the only one that really matters. Thank you for being present and sharing your presence with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I invite you to watch our next video, What is Power Posing? This is your ray of sunshine, and I will see you in the next video.